This is a video demo of how to use the new EI online referral functionality. From the early intervention home screen, users can go to Make a Referral. There is a new option to complete an online referral. We are going to complete an online referral for a child. We're going to name this child Megan. It's going to ask if she has a medical diagnosis. This is the same diagnosis list that exists in Salesforce currently. So the user can select a diagnosis or leave it as none. It's going to ask for the child's last name, and Megan's last name will be Smith, her street address, her date of birth, mailing city is going to be Thornton. Megan's gender is female. Mailing state is Colorado. Referral date defaults to today's date. Mailing zip code is going to be 9. Is an interpreter needed for Megan? I'm going to say no. And what county does Megan live in? We are going to select Adams. What's the reason for the referrals? So we have our 5 developmental domains, plus growth or nutrition and medical concerns. So for Megan, we will select physical, and we can enter any details the user would like intake to know. And primary language spoken. If other is selected, the user is prompted to enter what that other language is if it's not available in the drop-down list. We are going to create some parents for Megan. So this next section is asking about information for the parent or guardian for this child. So we will make up some fictional parents for Megan. First name, last name, asking if this individual is a parent or legal guardian. If they are not the parent or legal guardian, they will be prompted to enter referral information at the bottom about who they are making this referral. In this instance, we're going to say yes, that this individual is the parent or guardian. An interpreter is not needed. Let's select a phone number. And an email. Best method of contact, we'll select mobile, and best time to contact, we'll select mornings. Relationship to the child. So it asks what relationship, and if they're not related to the child, they can indicate that they're a community partner or a medical professional. We'll select mother. We're going to say a developmental screening has not been completed. And what is this parent's primary language? This parent's primary language will be English. And is this parent Anna living at the same address as the child? If we were to select no, we would get additional address information to enter for Anna. We're going to select yes in this instance. And then it asks if we want to add another parent's information. I'm going to say yes. And we are going to add another parent. It's also going to speak English and not require an interpreter. So phone number, email for parent. Best method of contact, maybe we'll say email. And any contact, best time to contact anytime. What is their relationship to the child? We'll pick father. And again, do they live at the same address? We'll select yes. This is everything that's on the referral form, so the user can go ahead and click submit. They'll get this pop-up message thanking them for taking the time to complete the referral and letting them know that someone will be in contact with them within 2 business days. When this pop-up box is closed, the referral form defaults to a blank form. So this is how a referral would be entered by a community partner, a medical facility, a childcare, anyone in your community who wants to complete an online referral. This online referral is then entered directly into Salesforce. I am going to go to EI referrals for North Metro. I know this referral is going to North Metro because the child lives in Thornton and I indicated they're in Adams County. Each CCB will have an EI referrals with their CCB name to capture in a list view all new referrals that have been created for your CCB via the website. So you can see here is Megan Smith's information. It's just displaying her first name and her last name. It's not displaying her as a client yet, and her status is new. So I'm going to go ahead and select her case. And now we have a new record type. It's an early intervention referral. So this is a brand new case. It's separate from the EI case, and it's an early intervention referral. A case number has been assigned, and everything that was entered on the website is now within this case. So we have the demographic information that was entered for Megan. Her CCB is automatically assigned as North Metro. And then there's some additional questions that an intake coordinator or service coordinator might be completing. So information on if the child's involved with the Department of Human Services, some placeholders for caseworkers, legal status of the child, if there's a guardian ad litem involved. These aren't contacts. These are just text fields to be a placeholder for information. You also see the information about the details about the concerns. And then we have a section for the parent. Everything we filled out about the parent. The mailing information is not filled in here because we said that Anna's address is the same as Megan's. And then we have the same information for Brian. We see his contact information, the best way to contact him, and that he also has no additional address information because it's the same as the child's. We have some our basic referral information that the service coordinator or intake coordinator can fill out here, and then some statuses. We'll get to the status section in a moment. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click here on duplicate contacts. What this is doing, so I'm going to click this button, and it's telling me that no duplicate contact is found, which means there is not a child with the name Megan Smith and a date of birth of 7/11/20 already existing in the system. If there was, it would display here, and the user would be able to either merge two contacts together or say, no, this Megan Smith is in fact different from the Megan Smith that's already in the system. So in this instance, we're just going to create a new contact. Referral client contact is successfully created. So now we have a client for Megan Smith. And if we look at Megan Smith's contact, we can see the information that we filled out regarding her date of birth, her primary language, if an interpreter is needed, county of residence, and address information is all completed. We'll also see there's a new household for Smith. If we go to the Smith household, we see that there are 3 household members. It has its own account ID, and it has the address. So in related, we can see Megan and the 2 family contacts for Anna and Brian. If we open up Anna or Brian, we will see all of their contact information as well, such as their phone numbers, their emails, and all of that information we added. So I'm going to close Megan Smith's contact, and I'm going to close Megan Smith's household. We're just going to go back here to her case. So again, there's some information that can be entered on this case. This is the EI referral case. The EI referral case is going to default to a status new. There are 3 status options. So we have new, we have closed. So closed would be some of these reasons why a child wouldn't move on from an initial phone call. So the family declined participation, it's a duplicate referral, it was incomplete. We talked to the family and they declined because they're not sure why they're referred. Attempt to contact unsuccessful, and transferred case. You will see at the top, if this, let's say Megan has moved and no longer lives in Thornton, when North Metro contacts Megan's parents, Anna or Brian. So you have the ability to transfer this referral case to the most appropriate CCB if you are not the most appropriate CCB. That should really only happen in the instance where a child's moved right after referral. Otherwise, Salesforce should assign the most appropriate CCB based on the information added on the referral. You can also enter a service coordinator. I don't think that's a service coordinator, but that's okay. So back down at the statuses, we have these closed statuses. So if we close this right here, because let's say the parent declined, they're not sure why they wanted to be referred, we can enter a close date of today because we talked to them the same day we received the referral. This is the end. There is no EI case created for this child. There is now only a referral case. Let's say that this case, we successfully talked to the family, they're interested in early intervention, they want to move forward with an evaluation. Then we would change the status to complete. And the reason is going to be client case opened. We can enter the date of closure. And this is just a note section. If there's any notes that you want to put on this referral case. So I'm going to save this. And now since it's complete and the status is client case opened, if I go to related, I will see a client case for Megan Smith. And this is the same EI client case that you are accustomed to using. The CCB and service coordinator came over. The information that I entered is all here. If I were to have selected some of these referral information on the EI or on the EI referral case, that would be listed here. And we see all our same details. And now this functions the same way as an early intervention case always has. You can do your screenings, you can create IFSPs. This is where our services and allocations will live. So this is your standard EI case. And you'll just see an additional, oh, I'm sorry, it's not in related. You'll see there's a link here to the referral case. So if you need to go back and see any of that information from the referral, it is right here at your fingertips. That concludes this demonstration. Thank you so much for your attention.